Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today we're going to make a mega box, a huge box. It is so big, it doesn't fit on my screen. It is 16 inches long, 40 centimetres, and yes, it will have a hidden closure. So it's actually two boxes that are still so huge I can't fit them on. But yes, you can fit something huge, enormous, very big in here, and I'm going to decorate it. So this was made using now retired, or it's in the last chance sale paper that I've forgotten the name of, or cardstock colour rather, but I'm going to make one using new colours. So this is Barely Blush. Is it Barely Blush? No, Bubble Bath. Sorry, it's Bubble Bath. This is the subtlest, but the paper is new. This is Velvet Meadow. Okay, so all the measurements will be on my blog. Click open the description bar. There will be a hyperlink to this project, so don't worry about writing anything down. But you need two pieces of cardstock, 8 1/4 by 11 inches, 21 by 28 centimetres. So the first one we're going to make is the base box. So that's the bottom half. So it's a base box and a top box, basically. So I'm going to make the base first. And that measures, yeah, so they're both 8 1/4 by 11, 21 by 28. So this one on the long side, score it at 2 inches and 9 inches, which is 5 and 22.5. And then on the short side, score it at 2, 4, 6 and 8, which is 5, 10, 15 and 20 centimetres. And just score all the way. And then we're going to make a mark right at the top at 1 inch and 5 inches, which is 2.5 and 12.5 centimetres. And that's for me to get this closure part. So that's the top. No, it's not, that's the base. The bottom box, pretty much the same, except we're going to score it on the long side at 9 inches and 10.5. Let's get the right way around. 9 inches and 10.5. Oh, I meant to flip that over, sorry. Okay, 9 inches and 10.5, which is 22.5 and 26.5 centimetres. So come back to your original side, then score it at 2, 4, 6 and 8, which is 5, 10, 15 and 20 centimetres. And this time when we make the marks, we're actually going to score down to that horizontal line right at the very top. So again, at 1 inch and 5 inches, which is 22.5, it's not, what is it? It's 2.5 and 12.5 centimetres. Okay, so this is the top half and this is the bottom of the box. So coming to those little marks, what I want to do is I'm going to score from there to that point. So I've got a score line here. So I'm going to score from that mark to there and then that to there. And again, I've got a vertical score line. So I'm going to create triangles. And I'm going to do it for both of them. And then here as well. So I don't know how well you're going to see that. They're like that one and this one. And then here, the same principle, except not from the very top. We're going to do it from that lower line, from that score line down. And it will make more sense when I show it to you. And what we're doing is we're creating this top half. So the bottom one goes to a point, whereas the upper one has got a little lip on it. That bit there. Okay, right, let's get burnishing everything. So this one is the top box. And where we scored the other way, burnish the other way. So it's that shape. And burnish all the vertical lines. for the finished size of the box, it's 2 by 2 inches wide, 5 by 5 centimetres, and at its fullest part, so to there, all the way up, 16 inches or 40 centimetres. It's a whopper. I'm very pleased with it, because often we can make these boxes and they're just not as tall as we want them to be. We want to put something bigger in, or longer, or whatever it is. Or maybe you want to stack things. And obviously, if you need a box that is taller than that, but not as tall as this, because obviously that's resisting at this point, you could cut it down. So maybe your box is that tall. I can't show you. Maybe it's that tall. Yeah, or that tall, or that tall. But that's the most I can get it. Really, that is the most, without it being too wibbly. Right, so I've got some bits to cut on the base box. So I'm going to take a little hint of a whisper off there. I'm going to cut here, and then cut straight on these ones. These are going to form the bottom of the box. Okay, there's nothing I need to cut on the top box, but just for smoother closure purposes, I'm cutting away literally a little dink there and a dink off there. Okay, right, I've got some paper cut, 1 3/4 inches wide, so 4.5 centimetres, and they are differing lengths. So the longer pieces are for the top. These ones are 8 inches long, 20 centimetres long, and they are for this top bit. And then I've got shorter ones for the bottom. So these are 6 inches long, 15 centimetres. So these ones are going to be close to the bottom, and you will see that I've got a bigger gap there. Do not worry about the bigger gap. And the same on these ones. It's close. We're going to stick them down closer to the top, and there's going to be a big gap. Like I say, don't worry about that just for the minute. This is Velvet Meadow, so this is the beautiful textured paper. And I've got 4 of each of them. And as I said, don't worry about writing anything down. It's all on my blog. So I'm going to use some seal on here. And have I got a pattern? I do somewhere. There we go. So does that, right. That one goes there. And that's the last one. So these ones go here. I did have it very organised, and then I pretty much shuffled them when I was showing them to you. So, oh. Okay, so all this pattern is at the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to get my tear and tape, which is here. And this is going to have this box is going to have a secret closure, or a secret middle part, because although you know there's a gap in the middle, hopefully your recipient won't. My tear and tape is just a tiny bit too wide for my tab, so I'm just folding it back on itself. And then this is going to be the back, so fold in 2 sides and the back. More tear and tape along here. And if you have got something heavy in, put loads of adhesive on. Okay, and then those sides that I scored, they're just going to go in like that. So you could finish off the box like that if you wanted to, but you know, in for a penny, in for a pound for me. So we're going to do the top now, and yes, there probably is a pattern, no idea where it is, so I'm not going to stress it. I'm just going to put some more seal on here. I'm going to do them one by one, and again these ones are closer to the top, so you've got the equal border going all the way around. I genuinely don't know how I'm going to take the photographs for this. I don't even begin to think that there's room on my desk to get height, but hopefully you'll be able to see some decent pictures of it after it's completed, because it's not fitting in my camera screen. Okay, one more. Okay, and then the same tear and tape along here. I'm going to try and get it closer this time around. Peel off the backing, fold it round and closed, and obviously there is no base to close in, so but this where the seam is the back, and obviously I've put score lines in, so you just push. I've got some binder clips around, and that slips over the top. Let's make sure I've got the back for both of them in the same places, yeah, and that just slips over and it stays closed, just like that. Now, I want to hide this bit, so I've got another piece of designer series paper. This is 3 inches by 10 inches, so 7.5 by 25 centimetres, and I'm going to wrap. And it may be a little bit long, so I might trim some off at the end. But yeah, I'm just wrapping. This is quite thick, this velvet paper. And I'm feeling with my fingers to see where to put my burnishing. So yes, it's a tiny bit too long. So I'm going to cut some off, and then I'm just going to burnish with my fingers. And keep folding round, and then last bit. And again, I'm looking for the back, and that's going to sit on there, but that's not the only place that I'm going to obviously put glue on here. So I'm going to put some tear and tape. Oops. So that actually isn't really going to move. I don't know if my light's too bright or something. It's not really going to move, but it kind of is. So what I want to do is put a little bit of glue, but only so that it's going to be on the bottom half, just this bit here, so that I can, this belly band will remain attached to the bottom half, not the top half. Okay, so what's the best way to do that? I think a little dab of liquid glue on what is the back. And I haven't pressed that. I haven't pressed the paper down onto the glue yet. There you go. So I'm now holding it in place. There we go. Move those out of the way. And that belly band, when it's fully dry, will allow me to still open this up. You can put your goodies in there and you can have it obviously much, much longer, much taller. It's slipped again. And this is how long it is. It's literally, it's hitting the camera. Oh, that's just popped open. And there we go. That is a 17-inch box. And if you don't believe me, oops, or is it 16 inches? 12, that's 12 inches, 30.5 centimetres. So 12 inches plus another 4 makes 16, plus another 10 centimetres makes 40.5 centimetres. I love it. What am I going to put in there? No idea. Loads of stuff. You could put a scroll in there, couldn't you? Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.